Well, Shaun, guess that's about as comprehensive as it can possibly get tonight, wasn't it?
I was really happy with a lot of things we did. The scoreline will indicate that, and probably most happy with the fact that they didn't score a try, and yet they tested us a little bit defensively tonight. We put ourselves under a bit of pressure in the first half, turned a bit of ball over, and to go in leading, I think 20-0 at half time was solid, but we had to work on a few things. Came out the second half, and we were a bit strong and a bit physical and powerful for them, and yet again, we've come up against a team that never stopped trying. They kept competing, and we did some good things, scored some really good tries tonight, and very, very happy indeed.
What happened in that first half? Because it was a point where you scored 3 tries in the first 10, 12 minutes or so, but then Rochdale really gave you a game for the last half an hour, and guess fortunate in a lot of ways that you went up 20-0.
Well, I think you've hit the nail on the head. I think we scored early and thought, here we go again, it's just a walk in the park, and then we went away a little bit from structure, the way we wanted to play, and that put us under some pressure, and turned one ball over, turned two, turned three, and all of a sudden we're probably defending in our own 30-40 metre zone for about 10 minutes, I think, which was good from a physical point of view. It was good from a workout point of view, but I wasn't particularly happy with the way that we turned the ball over. And I thought that Rochdale were a bit unlucky. I thought they scored a try. I can't see where the guy knocked the ball on, but anyway, sometimes you get them and sometimes you don't. I don't think it would have made any difference to the outcome of the game, but it might have shaken us up a little bit. It might have given us a bit of a wake-up call that had happened. But second half, very, very good. Very happy with that.
What did you say at half-time to turn the second half around? I think it was around about 52 points scored in the second half, around about about 50-odd points. What did you say?
Yeah, I think it was 48-0 the second half. I think 68-0. So yeah. Well, I just spoke about those things that we'd created opportunities, but we're a little bit impatient sometimes, trying to finish them off when perhaps we could have just taken the tackle or taken a better option. I thought some of our execution perhaps wasn't as good as it could have been. I praised our defence. I thought our defence was really good. Our kicking game had been good. And again, I just spoke about playing structure, and we came out and played it and scored a couple of tries early in the second half. And that was going to be a big test because the second half started very similar to the first half. Yet I think we handled the test better in the second half, and certainly went on with the game.
Players stood up tonight as well, certainly in that second half. Andy Ballard, who people have talked about in the press conference as not just having a great game but a great season so far, and your half-back pairing I thought was excellent tonight. Stephen Ratchford and young Richard Myler really bossed the ruck area today.
Yeah, and they were ably supported by a good forward pack. We were able to rotate front rowers well tonight, and I was even able to give Ian Sibbett a fairly early night, and he'd been playing 80 minutes for most weeks, and Malcolm was back after missing a week. So our forward pack led the way, and the two guys played off the back of that, and we've got some strike power out wide. Johnny Wilshire one side, Matty Gardner, Andy Ballard on the wing, Paul White. There's great pace there, and Carl Fitzpatrick looked to get some confidence tonight. I think he was pretty close to being back to his best, but yeah, the two halfbacks were good. Richard Myler, I keep trying to keep a lid on it because he's only a young boy, but he's got some talent. He really has got some talent. He read play really well tonight, but I thought the best part of his game was his defence. I thought he defended exceptionally well, and he's always going to be a target because of his size and his shall we say his youthfulness. But he stood up really well tonight.
And you said before that you perhaps weren't getting too much of a workout in this group that you've had in the Northern Rail Cup. Regardless of whether you have or you haven't, it's over now. How far from being ready are you with Lee just around the corner on Thursday night?
Well, we're ready to play. There's no doubt about it. But we also understand that there's new challenges on the horizon there. We're going to step up in class. We're going to step up against a much more physical outfit and much more skillful outfit. A lot of experienced players in the Lee team. Darren Shaw's done a particularly good job in recruitment. Him and his staff, and it's going to be a test. But I don't think that we could have done any more in our pre-season programs. I don't think we could have done any more in the games that were offered to us. And that's probably the reason why I've kept pretty much with the same team week in, week out. It'd be fair to assume that the team that played tonight against Rochdale would be very, very close to the team that will play next Thursday against Lee. Maybe one or two changes, but we'll wait and see. And I'm happy. I just wonder whether or not, we need to look at the structure of the Northern Rail Cup. I'm okay with the concept, but, talking to Bobby Goulding before the game and after again, he's saying a similar thing. He said, well, we come and play you, what are we getting out of it? We're getting belted. We effectively put over 100 points, well over 100 points on them in 2 games. What are they learning from that, and what are we getting out of it? I don't know what the answer is. I'm just making a suggestion that perhaps the way that the groups are structured or something, maybe, there may be a way of looking at that.